Hey y'all, so today we're going to be talking about Jackson's emergency surgery and going to the ER. So let's get into that. Hey you guys, welcome back to Recesquared. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Before we get started today, please do not forget to subscribe and like this video. So, 2 weeks ago, Jackson had to go to ER to have emergency surgery for his gums because Madison and Jackson were playing and he tripped over my tripod that is connected together pretty much always in the room. It was sticking out a little too far. He tripped, did not brace the fall at all, and his gum completely just went up. Now, I was not in the room. I did not see this at all. Obviously, Justin saw it first. And then by the time I got to the bathroom, there was just blood everywhere. And as a mom, we freak out. We panic. I started screaming. Madison was screaming. Like, I was super traumatized. Like, obviously, I've never had that happen before. My soul came from out of my body. Like, I've never experienced something like that. And you see your child in pain and there's nothing that you can do about it. You can't control the situation. You have to just go about it and move on to the next, like how you're going to help your child. So obviously I'm cleaning up the I call my dad and I call my my mom. My sister ends up coming, and then my dad comes, watches Madison while Justin and I end up going to urgent care first because we didn't think it was going to be that bad. Urgent care was like, it's time for you to go to ER because the cut is too deep. And, they couldn't really see in the inside of his mouth, and it was like completely pushed up. We go to ER, super sad because I was not going to be able to go in. I just so happened to have to come back because Justin needed more gauze for Jackson, and the nurse, she let me in. I thank her for that because I was panicking. Like, I was crying, I was sobbing, I was thinking that I was just a bad parent and that it was all my fault. I ended up running out with the wrong medical card because I was so freaked out at the fact of everything that was going on and overwhelmed. I ended up grabbing Madison's instead of grabbing Jackson's. So we get in there and the doctor starts testing him. They tell me that he has to have emergency surgery the next day. So of course I'm like, okay, well, what do we do in the meantime? And by that time they were just like, just make sure it's clean, make sure he doesn't eat, we're gonna have to put him under because it's so far pushed back that there's nothing that we can do. So luckily Jackson is such a trooper. I am so proud of my son because not only when we got to the hospital, he was still being so polite and so nice with all these doctors that had to keep going in his mouth. And by that time, the bleeding had kind of subsided a little bit. And they gave him games and stickers. And he was just kind of like a happy camper. So we ended up taking him home. And the next day, we had to take him to an oral surgeon who... she was amazing. I thank God for her because not only did she keep me calm, she loved Jackson and his personality. After he was done with surgery, we got to go in the recovery room and you know, he wasn't bad. It took him a little while to wake up, and they told us just soft foods, and if there was anything wrong, you know, come back before his post-op appointment. Post-op appointment was wonderful, and everything was good. So I'm very, very happy about that. The update on him now is that he's totally fine. Like I said, the last suture fell out today, and it's still it's still a tad swollen, but pretty much gone back to normal. And that's about it. You know, that's the update on Jaxon. It's crazy because after the third day, it was like nothing ever even happened to him. So I was the only one freaking out at that point. But, you know, as a mom, you're gonna freak out. As parents, we freak out. So the few tips that I have: if your child has to go to the ER, I suggest that you try not to panic. Take a few deep breaths. It's gonna work itself out. It's okay to cry, and you are still a wonderful and an amazing parent, and you're doing the best that you can do to your ability. So remember that if your child has to go to the ER. Alright, so that is the end of this video. Please do not forget to comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. And I hope that you took something from this, that it made you feel at ease and relaxed. And let me know if you've ever had to deal with, you know, your child going to the hospital or the doctor and you felt helpless, you felt overwhelmed. And just let me know that down in the comments below. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.